Hello, everybody. My name is Crumpy Toast. Welcome back to our UCLA Dynasty here at the start of Season 2. Season 1 was not mildly disappointing. I mean, it was about where we expected. We went 7-6 and upset 3 ranked teams during the course of the season and won a bowl game. So I'd say it was a success. We lost to our rival USC, so that's going to be something to put in the rearview mirror. But moving on to season number 2, we had a very strong recruiting class, and I am hopeful for this next one. Now, sitting here at the preseason, I just want to go over my board real quick, have a couple players, have some gems at the top I would like to get, as well as some 5-star athletes. Overall, the class is, at least for the players interested in our school, not very strong. We have a lot of 4 stars, but I'm not optimistic about them. There are some broken gems, and then there are just some 3 stars I'm not particularly interested in, but just going to have to see what we can get. And then down near the bottom of the board, I did add some players that may or may not be interested. I can really only see them being interested if we start, winning games. Like Jaden Sermon is the number 2 ranked player in the nation, Sternberger's 3, and Dahl is 4. Now, we did actually have 2 players already commit. Isaiah Carmona was a receiver. He's 6'2" as a route runner, 165 pounds, so very light. And he's a 4-star, not a broken gem, but not a gem either. 91 speed, 76 catch in traffic, 78 medium, 77 short, 70 deep route running. I think he can be pretty good, and I'm just so ecstatic that we got a 4-star to commit already. And then as for the other one, Troy Kafka is a 4-star corner. He is a broken gem, but the good news is he automatically committed, so we don't have to waste any hours trying to get him to commit. 93 speed, 78 man. Now, zone coverage is not on here, but I can tell you now it's going to be trash because corners in this game are just one-trick ponies most of the time recruiting-wise, so you're going to want to focus on safeties. All right, and then as for our custom schedule, there's not many changes I could make, but I did move it around a little bit. We open up the season facing the University of Las Vegas, an away game, and then we are hosting Washington, and then the following week we are hosting the number 1 ranked team, Georgia. That is going to be a toughie, but we have a history now of upsetting better teams. Although last season did involve a majority of simmed games with little gameplay, this year is going to mostly be, almost entirely be fully played games. Unless it's sort of a blowout and I can really justify simming the rest. And then Northwestern, Michigan State, and then Cal. I wanted to add Cal to the board because a lot of our recruits, if they're not between USC or us, they're what our 3-star pipeline is, or I don't know if it's a star or not, but the third pipeline, where it's yellow goldish color, is for Cal, the sort of Northern California part. So I think maybe beating them would get players a whole lot more interested in UCLA. And then Indiana, Ohio State, and Nebraska, and then Penn State, Maryland, and then our rival game to end the season. And then as for our playbooks, I did switch back to UCLA. I will try this playbook, but if it ends up being really bad, then I might move away from it. But really, my goal here on offense is to limit turnovers. Shocking, I know, but more so focused on the defense. We did change our defensive playbook to 4-2-5, which means less of a focus on individual linebackers. Instead of using 3 of them, we're going to be using 2 of them, and it's not going to be limited to positions like outside or inside. And then we will be having 5 nickel defenders on the field, 2 safeties, and 3 corners, and then 4 down linemen. And then as for the actual favorites for the Heisman Award, Nicholas Singleton is your leader, as well as Antwain Wells Jr., Avery Johnson, CJ Baxter, and Ruben Owens following. Avery Johnson is a preseason All-American for your quarterback, and Nicholas Singleton all the way up to a 98 overall after offseason training. Baxter's up to a 95, and They're just the All-Americans. So I think we are ready to sim into the actual season now. And Falk has moved into his top 8, and we are number 1. That is huge. Now, here's the thing. Maka Trueblood, our only 5-star recruit from last year's class, is a risk of a transfer. He really wants pro potential, and I honestly am very worried about what we can do to change that. So I'm not going to redshirt him since he is, up in the air about, staying here. But yeah, there's really not much I can do to change most of this stuff. And then Brett Rickey we're in the first on all these guys, which is very good. Might be Rishi. All right, so week 0. I will set up the hours, and I don't think there's any, let's see, scores and schedules for week 0. All right, Fresno State playing Kansas, Syracuse playing Notre Dame, and then UConn playing Ohio State, Washington State playing SMU, USC is playing Georgia Southern, and that is kind of it. All right, these are your preseason top 25 teams: Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and then Miami, Oregon, USC, Bama, Boston College, Virginia Tech, and Texas round out your top 10. And then Cal actually makes number 13. Notre Dame's at 12, although they had the best recruiting class I've seen in a long time from a computer-controlled team. They had 9 5-stars. So then Cal at 13, Kansas State at 14, OK State at 15, Arizona, Colorado, Ole Miss, Clemson, West Virginia, Florida State, Kentucky, Washington, and North Texas, and then UCF. And I guess I forgot to mention NC State at 11. I don't think I was going to list all of them, but I kind of ended up doing that. So it's, whatever. And then as for the top stories, it is basically just the matchups. So let me set up the recruiting for week 0, and I will be right back. All right, so once again, I forgot to hit resume when I was recording, so fantastic. Now, we have some insane games for week 1. So normally week 1 is just you schedule bad teams on your schedule. Like recently, who was it? New Mexico State, I think. New Mexico. No, I think it was just New Mexico. They're not a good team. Just saying that. They paid a FCS school like $300,000 to play them week 1, and the FCS team beat them. So that was funny. But if you're a good program like Georgia, Bama, whatever, you schedule like no offense, you schedule Georgia Southern, on your schedule so you can beat the crap out of them, and then you have that sort of morale bonus or whatever. Syracuse actually upset Notre Dame. Notre Dame had the best recruiting class, and they're going to have to wait a bit more before they play good football. They were upset in real life earlier this season by Northern Illinois, I think. Ohio State only beat UConn by 2, which is crazy. Who's playing for them now? So they got Devin Brown, 82 overall senior. James Peoples, yeah, it looks like their offense just had way too many people graduate. Jeremiah Smith's all the way up to a 91 as a sophomore, which is crazy. And he's definitely going to elevate whoever is playing quarterback for him. And then Washington State lost to SMU. Vanderbilt beat TCU. USC beat Georgia Southern. And that's really it for week 0. As for week 1, most of these games are kind of whatever. There, New Mexico, instead of the FCS school, they got put for Michigan. So maybe they're trying to get their money back. I don't know. But Ohio State playing Texas, 2 versus 10. That is an insane game. And then Oregon and Miami, 5 hosting 4. I mean, credit. I think we're rooting for Miami in this one, mainly because Oregon is a conference rival and in on a lot of our recruits. So hopefully they just lose to Miami. And that way, we have a slight advantage. And then Ole Miss playing USC. We are rooting for Ole Miss in this one. Go get them. and then Bama and Florida State. And then that is kind of it. LSU and Clemson is going to be a fun one to watch. And that's kind of it. So let's get into our game. All right, before we get into our game, I want to give you an introduction to our team. This is year 2. We didn't do a big spotlight on any of our players last year. Starting quarterback is going to be Justin Martin, the junior. I went with him over DeMarcus Davis. Davis has better scrambling ability as he is an improviser, but Martin has very good throwing stats. 96 throw power, 87 short, 88 medium, 87 deep, 85 run, 86 throw under pressure, and then 77 break sack. And yeah, now after this year, Davis could outpace him in overall after offseason training. And let's actually go ahead and check on their dev traits. Because one is a junior and one is a redshirted freshman. So Davis is a star. And Martin is impact dev. So after this year, it's probably going to be Davis all the way. But right now, Martin has the better throwing stats. And I would prefer a field general quarterback this year anyways. And then at running back, we have TJ Harden, the power back. He is a senior. He didn't redshirt at all, and I'm not going to do it this year because that just doesn't make any sense. And then behind him is going to be Liegberg and then Carlson, 2 sophomores. Harden is a very good power back with 98 ball carrier vision and 87 break tackle. And then at receiver, we have J. Michael Sturdivant, who is a 91 overall, 6'3", deep threat with 92 catch in traffic and 99 spec catch. And then fantastic route running across the board, as well as 95 release and 90 jumping. So I'm honestly going to be targeting one-on-ones all the time with Sturdivant. And then Pegan is going to be our receiver number 2, 93 speed as a deep threat, great agility. Try and get him open in space. And then after that is going to be Staples, who is a physical receiver, might be playing in the slot. Good spec catch, okay catch in traffic, but he's 6'4". So maybe, I don't know. Rico Flores Jr. actually had a lot of receptions for our team last year. 90 speed, 97 XL, and 88 agility. Might run some form of spread with Flores in the slot as well as Pegan. Or maybe Staples. I'm really not sure just yet. And then also, as for redshirted players, I did redshirt Trevor Freeman. He was our 3-star gem quarterback from last year, and he does have elite dev trait. That surprised me a lot. Now, he is only 5'11" and a scrambler archetype, but he should develop a lot moving forward. So, quarterback-wise, we probably don't have to worry about it for a while. Next year, it's going to be DeMarcus Davis, and then, really have to see how each of them develops, but Trevor Freeman, and he doesn't have a deal breaker, so he will never want to move on. We have an A- for Davis, so maybe for him too. Ben Cleveland, I actually redshirted as well. He did have, he had star development trait, so I don't really want to use him down the line. Lennon had impact dev trait, so, why not? And then at tight end, we have Maliki Mataveo, who is a senior, and then Jack Peterson, who is a junior. Don't really know how much we'll be using tight ends. Left tackle, Charles Knighton. He's okay. Could really use some power upgrades. Noah Pulali is what it is. Senior left guard, 83 overall. Sam Yoon, a junior at center. Caleb Walker, a junior at right guard. Karapates is getting redshirted, as well as Sean Acker. They are just playing up. They're not actually that high of an overall. Well, the very comparable stats just really need upgrades, so I'm going to redshirt them this year. Garrett DiGiorgio is going to be our right tackle. Thorpe's Taylor is behind him. He is an impact dev. Hopefully he can develop moving into future years. And then Omenahue is redshirted. Left end, we got Buckley and Ashampong. Ashampong is a former 4-star recruit and star development. Buckley is impact. So, yeah, just a position battle, I guess. Busick is our senior at right end. Patterson is behind him. Patterson and Bedwetter, I call him Bedwetter, but his name's actually Ledbetter. They're two freshmen, but they don't really have that high development rate, and that only impacts like off-season training, I think. And then Keanu Williams and Keanu Tanuvasa. So we got the Keanus up the middle. They are power rushers and have good block shed and great play rec. AJ Fumeono, something. I do not know. Low play rec. Really just has the block shed going for him, but he is a sophomore. And then Maka Trueblood does have star development. Not elite, but he was not the best defensive tackle in the class, so I guess that just makes sense. We really need pro potential to increase, or else he is going to transfer. I mean, okay play rec, not great power or finesse move, and okay block shedding, but he is a true freshman, so there's that. We're really just going to be using 2 linebackers. I don't know who they really are. Probably Stanley Ellis and either Woods or Malafu. Corners, we got Jalen Davies. He is much better as a zone corner. And then, yeah, this is where, like, it's kind of hard to tell with corners because they have really good man coverage and bad zone coverage or vice versa. Xavier Brown, who we got in the transfer portal from Alabama. He is actually better in zone coverage, which I prefer zone, so that's good. Might run Marshalls in the slot then. That way we can at least man him up if worse comes to worse. And he is very fast with 98 speed. Jameer Benjamin is insanely fast. He is a redshirted freshman. And then I wasn't too interested in redshirting any of these guys. And then safety, we got R.J. Jones. And we actually got a lot of safeties in last year's recruiting class, even though they don't have good stats as safeties. And then Pellet is going to be the other safety. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So now to get into the actual game. All right, so we are ready to face off against the University of Las Vegas. Now, fun fact, they were actually in contention for our Dynasty series. When I was choosing the city, I ended up going with Los Angeles and was in, I guess, Vegas was in high consideration because of the Raiders and then a expansion basketball team and then the A's moving over to Vegas. But ultimately, I went with UCLA mainly because moving the athletics and making an expansion baseball team was way too much work. And the University of Las Vegas is not a Power 4 school. And since this is really the first year I've ever really been interested in college football, I sort of just wanted a good team. Not necessarily the greatest team, mind you. But still, I am very happy with our choice. And we are actually facing off against UNLV in Allegiant Stadium, the football stadium of the Las Vegas Raiders. You may see this stadium featured in our Chargers franchise, as we often play the Raiders twice a year every year. And we are ready to kick off this season. Now, I am pretty confident in this matchup. I have assembled a game plan. Basically, I've written down the overalls of all their starting players and then any highlights, as well as what schemes they're using. We are returning to start the game. And I did put Benjamin in as our kick returner, and he is electrically fast. Oh, that speed boost, 99 speed. I mean, Jesus, this kid's fast. Although the one downside is going to be the carrying. That might not end up, or might end up biting us in the And then you know what. All right, let's start things off simple with a read option, trying to isolate their defense. And Harden is going to have this for no gain. All right. Let's go to the play action now on 2nd and 10. Pegan, I want you to carry them out. Okay, guess we can't do that. And that is deflected. That was cover 6 Willie, so it looks like the purple zone got in there. All right, 3rd and 10. Let's just give it to Harden on a screen. And he's going to have blocks. Going to bounce it to the outside. Harden has open room down the sideline. Is anyone going to catch him? Nope. That is a 79-yard halfback screen, just like we drew it up. And that is going to do wonders for our playing style grade, as the game just begun and we already have a 79-yard passing play. And looks like it was just zone coverage, so let's take a look real quick. So it was a heavy blitz, and I guess really just the interior zone coverage player. Gonna draw this one up real quick. This player got carried that way based on Mataveo running in, and then it was really just this defender and this defender in the play. Everyone else was washed away or blitzing. And then as soon as... So let's actually highlight Harden. Got that out just in time. Got some blocks. It was really just pursuit angles because we missed the block here. And then there, and then there. And then just the bad pursuit angle there. And wrapped around and then took it to the house. All right, PAT was good. We're kicking this one back. And I'm actually very interested to see how that... Well, that was a terrible return. That's down to the 8-yard line. But I'm actually very interested to see how our kick returner does now that I put Benjamin in as the punt and kick returner. He is just electrically fast. I'm actually going to walk Jones down here. I put Chamberlain, the transfer outside linebacker, in at... Okay. That is going for a first down. That was a triple option, although it was so slow, I didn't really know what hit me. I put Chamberlain in as the sub linebacker. Just feel like we can use him. And that one is going for negative yardage. Loss of 2 on the play. And I actually want the man coverage on the strong side. That way we have run fits on that right side. And looks like it was a quarterback keeper, but it got stopped at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Davies on the coverage. And that one out towards the strong side and caught. Just gave up outside leverage on the zone coverage. Can't do that. Actually going to flip this. Walk Justice down. Motion from the tight end. He's not going to bounce it back. And that one, the safety barely missed it, and they're going to have a big rush on that one. 19 yards. All right. Chambliss is wearing 54. I actually really like that. Is that 54? Looks like a counter on the play. Not able to shed a block, but it only goes for 2 yards. Now, I don't know how long to make the quarters, so I do apologize if this video is a bit longer than usual. I'm going to bounce this one out, and nope. It is stopped. That is going to be 51. That is going to be Patterson, who is in as rush defensive end. And I've heard that Vegas actually has a really good offensive playbook. That's going to be a halfback screen, but thrown in the dirt. No good. And they're going to punt it. Not enough, or not close enough for a field goal, even if they had a good kicker. And this one out of bounds, so Benjamin not getting an opportunity. All right, this one is going to be a fake zone run. Harden has it. Good yardage on that one. Going to be 5 yards. Let's try an RPO here. Have a read man. And Pegan is going to pick up the first down and then some, out of bounds at the 44. Justin Martin, 102 yards today. And I'd really like to see some press coverage on Sturdivant. You know, we're going to take Harden there, and that's going to be an easy 9 yards. Just taking it where we can get it. Still no press coverage on Sturdivant. That one incomplete, thrown out of a sack. And let's see, what do we have here? I want to get Harden in as the... Yeah, I suppose halfback inside is good enough. And Harden is going to have the easy first down. Yep. There we go. And let's try a deep shot. Why not with the bubble? Tell you what, I'm going to put Monteveo in a zig route just in case. And that is a sack. 5-yard loss on the play at the 50. And we do have one-on-one coverage here. And that is just bad positioning from the play, from the start. And this looks to be man coverage. Well, maybe, maybe not. Gonna get the ball into the hands of Sturdivant, and he's gonna have room. He's gonna take this for a first down and then some. Just chunk play after chunk play, and it's working. And you know what? Let's just call it as is. Gonna have Pegan up the middle into the red zone, down at the 2-yard line. Just found a hole in the zone defense. They just have 3 high safeties, which just does not work. And I'd like to see one-on-ones from Sturdivant, but we're going to try a jet touch pass. And good blocking at the last second. Harden does not block. He's trying to vulture the touchdown. That's funny. All right, Harden, let's see. Ooh, blown up. What was the play on that one? All right. We're now at the 3-yard line, so... I'd like Sturdivant on the fade. See if we can get this one off. Nope, that is intercepted in the back of the end zone. Just quick through the post, or the fade. And he had inside leverage the whole way, so that did not work. And I'm actually going to change this into cover 6 man coverage on that strong side. And that is over the middle, caught by number 85. Now their spotlights to worry about is going to be their running back, Jaden Thomas. He's an 85 overall. And then Corey Thompson Jr., an 84 overall running back. And it's actually funny that we are playing at the University of Las Vegas because they had a very peculiar season in real life, or have had. Their starting quarterback and running back, I believe, they had an 3-0 start to the season. So they've been very good, but their starting quarterback and I think the running back, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on that one, as Pong blows it up for a 1-yard loss. They both decided to redshirt, and as well as a defensive end, I believe. They've decided to redshirt because of quote-unquote promises not fulfilled. So that is very peculiar. And the quarterback under pressure and sacked, the one-on-one from Woods. And that is dropped back at the 23. So 4th and 21 now. Actually going to have a return here. Get Stewart out for an extra block. Oh, he is so fast. I can't wait. I can't wait to get a good return going. Let's just reset now. That is caught, not dropped. Flores into Vegas territory. That one a little close. Too close for comfort. Gonna have a good run here. If our center could block, that was bad football. And that is just red all the way. 36 with a great play on the ball there. On the hitch route. This one's going for 6. I don't understand how you have... First of all, that's a freshman. Second of all, their cornerback overalls go 76, 74, and 68. So you're telling me at most a 76 overall corner made that play? All right, well, 2 interceptions, and I said the goal of the offense was to not turn the ball over. As this kickoff went for less yards if I had just fair caught it. And this game is tied at 7-7. Martin with 2 interceptions. And Flores is going to have this one for a first down. All right, changing the play up a little bit. Going to have Sturdivant wide open, has the first down and more, down to the 40. Already have 200 yards passing. See if Flores can get open here. Just got to dump that off to the tight end. Has the first down. Really had to wait and see what reactions the defenders made. Because they positioned themselves to like go either way and make the break for their coverage at the last second, and this one going for negative yardage. You see, I think Heisman difficulty just gives a bit too much of a bonus to CPU defenses. Like that. I mean, this team is terrible. Like, their defensive line has overalls of 77 and 70 as their defensive ends, and then 71 and 68 for their defensive tackles. Like, they should not have any sheds at all, really. Just trying Harden here. Yeah, just try the safety valve. Pocket collapsing, and we're going to have to punt. I was really hoping for this to be a sort of win in confidence, as that one goes through the back of the end zone. All right, this one going to be a handoff to the left side and blown up in the backfield for a stop at the line of scrimmage. And then we're going to have another run, for this time for 1 yard. And tell you what, let's actually send a blitz this time. Can I get, like... There it is. I want the zone blitz, but from the nickel. I'm going to walk Chamberlain up here, so it looks like we're sending 6. And that is caught by the running back. But Chambliss on the tackle. Chambliss was a transfer from San Diego State, as well as his teammate Josh Hunter. Both of them transferred, came to UCLA. And Benjamin with a fantastic juke out of that one. Gets it to the 48 on the return. Now, I'm actually going to audible to play action. So I want Sturdivant on that one-on-one. Just got to throw it away. All right. Running the triple option. Why is the fullback in, first of all? So let's go ahead and pull it. Harden. Okay. All right. I took a timeout just because that play got all kinds of messed up because Sturdivant, for some reason, did not have a comeback route on that left side. All right, maybe that'll do it. Dump off to Harden. Going to get some yards back. Going to get this down to the 48, and it's going to be a 4th and 6 before the 2-minute warning. We're going to have to punt it. All right, punt is up. A little bit of backspin. They call Peter. And that one bounced all the way back to the 21, so we should have just kicked it through the end zone anyways. All right, might be a good idea to get out of coach suggestions. I got Stanley Ellis in now. That is... okay. All right, coming out. Cover 6, 2nd and 6. Are they trying to chew the clock? What's happening here? That one caught, but it's down to a 3rd and 1 now. Pulling out cover 6. Should have all the run fits, and it's matched, so... big hit, timeout, first down, Vegas. All right, trying something freaky here. And the quarterback is sacked back at the 27. All right, should have... let's do a 5-man rush. And that is just a check down. That one's peculiar. All right, they take the timeout. They got 5 seconds. Going to come out in a Hail Mary. All right. Doing the save time one. All right, they're trying to get it down the field. This one dropped. That one scared me. All right, after halftime, we are kicking off. 7-7 is your score. Not going the way I would have liked. Not bad, just a couple of mistakes. We're doing really good on defense, but offensively we are just in a strut. Especially this team is not good. And that is what's worrying me. Now, the main focus on first down is going to be to stop the run and call man coverage to get some run fits. And how close was Ellis there? You were... What are you... Do I need to click on to everything? You literally touched him. You gave him a high five. I go. All right, running hurry up for some reason. And that one just an in route across the middle. Shameless, not able to react. I'm gonna walk this guy down. This one, out route. And number 0 is not able to get there. That is going to be our slot. That's going to be Pellet. Not really sure who to put in there. I'm going to move Brown all the way down. That one intercepted by Marshall. Just tried the deep blue, and he's going to have room to run with this. This one going the other way, going to be a pick 6, 52 yards. Or, well, 69, I guess. I don't know where their math's coming from. Or actually, I don't know where mine's coming from. Either way, this defense is legit. They tried the one-on-one in the zone coverage, and it did not work. All right, the kick return dropped to the 15. And we're actually going to come out in cover 4 off the bat. Fell for the play action. Doesn't matter. It's just dropped before the zone on that left side. I guess Shambliss is just going to be my user for this first year, or well, the second year. And this one going for a good 6 yards. Jaden Thomas has 51 yards today. I'm actually going to user this safety because he missed last time. And that is going to be Stanley Ellis on the tackle. Going to be a 3rd and 4 now. And tell you what. Let's do this. Play underneath. That might be dangerous, but we'll see. There's a halfback screen. It gets it open over and has the first down by a yard. They're running just chunk play after chunk play. RPO, and getting blown up in the backfield. Loss of 1. I'm actually going to flip this. Let's get... I don't think I can put you in a bluff blitz. No. And that one sort of worked too well. The defensive end got worked... Well, not the defensive end. The blitzing outside linebacker could be a defensive end here. Going to be Patterson. Got too far upfield and got pancaked, but unfortunately for Vegas, ran into the feet of the running back, and then Woods got him on the cleanup. So we are going to run match and then send a blitz off that backside. And it's going to be another halfback screen. Just get yards back for the punt, I guess. 6 yards. I mean, it's working out great for them so far. This one probably not going to be a returnable kick. And Benjamin has some room to run. 99 speed. Oh, man. I knew it was coming. That's what she said. God damn. Oh, that's a short right there. That is a punt return touchdown for Benjamin. What a star. I genuinely walked right into that. That's what she said joke. Man, I was so ecstatic too, and then I realized I'm like, oh man. Either way, they are not having the same luck on the returns. And I'm hoping that we can get a good opportunity on offense. But with 2 touchdowns coming from our defense, I mean, special teams folded into that, but let's put it, hard flat. Shambliss on the one-on-one missed. Yeah, that's my bad. Let's put Stanley Ellis on the line. Shambliss can be up here. Shambliss, come on, there we go. 2-yard gain. Go ahead and send something. Got the run fits across the board. This might be my favorite first down play then. And that is escaping the pocket and a throwaway. I'm very surprised he stayed on his feet. All right, coming out in a 3-receiver set, we're getting the Maple with the safety over to that right side. We're running very press coverage here. They're trying the one-on-one. That is no good. Jeez, Marshall. Marshall. You almost really messed that up for us. And we might just have the most electric kick returner in the league. Never mind. Just bad blocks on that one. I should have pulled the guy I pulled back over. Let's see. Tell you what, let's do that. C route. It's not a one-on-one. That one, should have high pointed it. Had the over top coverage. Looks like it won the match. Gonna have Harden here. Gonna be a good 4-yard reception, but that's not enough. My problem with the UCLA playbook is too many of those plays rely on the China play, or the one with the, let me just draw it real quick. The play where it's like the up and in. Gonna have Harden again. Not gonna get the same luck. And that is going to be a punt. All right, maybe our defense can get some magic back. They're going to call the fair catch. All right, where is that safety blitz? All right, weak side safety blitz and good run fist. That is a recipe for success. And since it's man coverage, the corners won't just run upfield. That's blown up in the backfield. Let's see. Might just play around with these. Throw a bluff blitz there. Now and off that right side, but tackled at the line of scrimmage for a loss. Just not finding any success in the pass game. Actually, let me audible over to cover 3. Another halfback screen. That one not going to go for a first down. It's going to be 4th and 4 now, and they're going to have to kick it away. I'm going to check for the fake. No, go. Maybe get some blocks, get their angles down, cut it like that. Oh my god, this freaking corner is so much fun to play with. Oh, man. We are so lucky he's on our team. I mean, he's a corner, so he's not quite Devin Hester. He's like Dion without any of the skill at the quarterback position. Oh, man. Gonna have to get the ground game going. Or maybe not. Gonna have Sturdivant on that one-on-one. And, yep, that is it. Got the press there, one-on-one. Sturdivant for the touchdown. That is automatic. Only thing I don't like about this 4-2-6 formation, and that's intercepted by Davies, and we're going to have another offensive opportunity in the red zone. Nothing going right for this Vegas team. I'm going to put him on the bubble to get the linebackers out of the play. That is... What a... Okay. Not quite certain what that was. Harden? At the line of scrimmage. Ground game really not working. Oh, look at Mataveo here. That is Sturdivant for the touchdown. Threaded the absolute needle of that play. That one had me worried. Another touchdown, UCLA. All right, trying something a little different on this one. Still a safety blitz. Really just finding our scheme. That one's going to be a reception, but down at the 27. Pick up a 5. Pressure not getting there. Just maybe need to move out of it for now. Let's see, deep half there. Put you in a hard flat. Cool. Let's get him on the bluff blitz. Ooh, crossing routes. That's going to be, yep, other drag. Ooh, dropped. Going to be pellet on the coverage. I want to flip this, get that maple side over to the, or that safety over to the receiver side, and they're just running slants. That one bad around, no good. I don't know if they're going to bring that extra tight end in for coverage on... I'll tell you what, let's just leave it at that. Put them in hard flats, because why not? Which means I got to cover everyone and their mother. Ooh, and I picked the right one. Chambliss on the pressure, or contact, and dropped. 35-7 is your score. Harden down for a good 10 yards. Now, the thing about college is it actually really doesn't do anything for you to chew the clock. I meant to pull that one, as you saw, because I took it to the right. What was that? Pekin just straight up dropped that one. I don't... Maybe it hit the... It didn't really hit anybody. Maybe it counted as hitting the back of a player's uniform. Either way, field goal really doesn't do us any good, but I suppose. Might be good practice. Yeah, because kicking is very hard in this game. All right, I accidentally simmed the first play of the drive, but it was an incomplete pass, I'm assuming. And we have the true freshman Maka Trueblood in because of a fatigue to one of our defensive tackles. He's going to get some reps. He is big old number 93. And they're going to have that. Pellet. Nope. If they lofted it or highballed it, I guess it could have been all the way out for a touchdown, but was not. That one, Davies had the inside edge, but just not good. Let's get True Blood in here. Yeah, I doubt double brackets, or they're going to be able to complete a pass over double bracket. I zone chucked them. Come on, 15. You couldn't get your hand in there? It was right at your face. Pellet, let's actually put you in a deep blue. Marshall on the contact. Give me a 2nd and 3 now. It's actually shade underneath. I'm worried about them attacking the middle of the field. They went for the corner route. Caught by 85. All right, I put that left side of the field in man coverage, and Chambliss on the tackle. Basically just cover 6 Willie. Just they went for the triple option. Quarterback keeper, pick up a 5. All right, running 2 tight ends now. That one going to be a jet sweep over that right side. No good. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Going to be a 4th and 6 now. All right, Chambliss is hot. And that is caught for the touchdown. That one just an in route. Who is covering him? 15, Brown, same guy. Yeah, man coverage stat, just not good on him, I think. All right, they're going for the onside here. And Staples has it. Good catch. Cover the ball. I mean, we pick up a 1st down, and it's over. Although it pretty much is over. Yeah, that run just not good. But that is going to take it to the 2-minute. I wonder if that'll move the double team. It will. It'll move the... Or not. All right, that is the 1st down. And that is essentially going to end it. They're just not calling timeouts. I'm going to go ahead and take my yards because that's going to play into playing style. Which is big for recruiting. I just want the one more 1st down. Really going to have to get the left tackle over there on that outside. There we go. All right, we can essentially just kneel it now. All right, that is going to do it for this gameplay. We have won the game 38-14. Vegas really, I don't know, they didn't stand that much of a chance. They were the home team. And, yeah, rushing, they actually had a pretty good game plan. Just some missed tackles. really helping us understand the weaknesses of our team. They isolated the transfer from Bama. Zabian Brown, he was just put on an island out in man coverage for their only offensive touchdown. We threw some interceptions, but we have a lot to like, too. We had that, 79-yard touchdown to Harden, the punt return touchdown, the pick six. Just really got to focus on getting the offensive game more sound, and we will have a good season. So the stat lines for the game. So Justin Martin, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing, Harden had 35 yards, so not great there. 101 yards receiving for Harden. Sturdivant with 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. Harden also had a touchdown. 52 for Flores, 40 for Pegan, 13 for Mataveo. And then defensively, 11 tackles for Davies, a tackle for loss and an interception. And then Chambliss, 9 total tackles, 3 for loss, and that is really it. Jaden Marshall had a pick six. And then kick returning, Benjamin had 36 yards. Punt returning, he had 160. And a touchdown. That is essentially a whole another player to use in our arsenal. He doesn't even have that good kick return stats, or he has a kick return overall. But that is that. So, simming on to next week. Should have everything done across the league by the time I sim. And we are in the lead on most everybody. Championship contender went up. True Blood still has a high risk of transfer. I don't think that's going to change for the entire season. Washington is now ranked 19. So looking at the scores and schedules for last week. So Virginia Tech won by 1. Not many of these too surprising. NC State beat ECU in their rivalry game. Maryland lost to FIU, I think. No, FIU is international. Florida Atlantic, whatever. And then Coastal Carolina beat Virginia. Southern Miss beat Mississippi State. That is hilarious. Old Dominion beat Indiana. Thank you, Old Dominion. Thank you. Ohio State beat Texas 51-27. Tulane beat Northwestern 45-3. Let's go Tulane. All right, two of the teams on our schedule, Northwestern and Indiana, are now actually 3 because we have Maryland on our schedule and they are all 0-1. Washington State beat North Texas, and they were a ranked team, I think. So we have an upset, although they are an American team, so why were they really ranked? That's just Nebraska beat Cincinnati. That's cool. I have to keep an eye on them. And then Kent State lost to an FCS school. Kansas State beat UCF. And let's see. Oregon beat Miami 45-38. That is unfortunate. Who is playing quarterback for Oregon now? Emory Williams for Miami. Oregon has Dante Moore Jr. out of Detroit. Jordan James still there. 403 yards. Yeah, can't have that. All right. West Virginia beat Arkansas. USC beat Ole Miss by 4 points. Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been very nice. Arkansas State beat Tech. That's cool. Bama beat Florida State. We beat Vegas. Tennessee beat Syracuse. Arizona State lost to Jacksonville State. That's embarrassing. Cal beat Oregon State, and Cal's ranked 10. Why? Colorado beat Georgia Tech. Notre Dame beat Boston College. That's interesting. And LSU upset Clemson. Was Clemson ranked? I think they were ranked. Either way, that's an upset. And that is kind of it. Louisville lost. Wow. Florida, South Alabama gave Florida a run for their money, so that's funny. And that is going to do it for this one. So next episode, we take on the Washington Huskies. I don't know how every episode's going to look time-wise. This one a little long because we had to set up a lot of the boards and such. And yeah, I'm very optimistic about this season. This is going to be moving forward. Also, I should probably take a look at the new top 25. So let's see. Ohio State went up to 1. They were 2. Oregon went up to 2 from 5. Georgia dropped for no reason. They haven't even played a game. USC is at 5. Bama's at 6. Virginia Tech. Okay. Yeah, Cal is at 10. Colorado at 14. Okay. They don't even have Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter anymore, but they're still a 4-star program, so I suppose that's fine. They probably had better recruiting classes because of Deion and his kids anyways. Yeah, Texas all the way down. Kentucky, Washington went up to 19 from 23. Notre Dame fell to 20 from 12. Ole Miss dropped a couple spots, but you're playing number 5. And then Iowa and Missouri are on here for no reason at all. Pretty much. So yeah, that is funny. So that's the top 25, and that is going to do it for this one. So thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.